So you have to know if there's a responsible way to go from the job to the business.
Right, right.
And you need resources. So why not use that job for resources to build your business? Because it's a process.
It's
a lot of
process.
Right. And a lot of times people don't realize that it's a process of starting your business. So you have to go build your resources up. Use the job as building your resources up. For example, I had several small businesses that I had. What I did was use the job to build my business up. I had a home improvement business at one time. I used the job resources to finance all my tools, my truck, and the credit that I created for my job until your clientele builds up. And then once your job and your business, when you get to the pivotal point of what should I do, once I leave that job, it's when, if you stay there, you're losing money on your business. That's a sign that it's time to leave your job.
Makes sense. Great answer. And not only about quitting, and you can never quit. How about in a business, to be the entrepreneur that you were born to be, you must be able to come back. You must be able to come back bigger and better, stronger than ever. The key component, my friends, is can you endure the stormy weather? When the storms come into business, when they snatch the loan from you, when they snatch the credit line from you. Brother Matthew, can you tell me about coming back, being a comeback?
Well, you have to come back. And coming back is very easy when you understand that finalities are a man-made illusion. When we have the power to create the change that we seek. Nothing is final. Yes, things will not go as you always envision them in this entrepreneurial quest. It's new territory, and and just like any other thing that's new in your life, you have to learn the terrain. You have to learn the territory.
That's right.
And so there will be times when you undertake some things that don't quite go the way you envision. But one thing I remember from my collegiate basketball days is that there was a such thing called halftime.
Okay. All right. All right.
There was a such thing as halftime, and we would get on that court, and in that first half, maybe things didn't go the way the coach drew them up initially, but the halftime, when we consulted the drawing board, then that's when we were able to revise our strategy and go out and finish the game effectively. And I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. It's new territory. Don't be afraid of missteps.
That's right.
Because missteps are just a part of this human experience. You will have some, but never forget to consult the drawing board.
That's right. That's right. Fantastic. And another great point about entrepreneurship, something that's very strategic about being an entrepreneur, is also great to have a team. I think it takes a team to fulfill the dream. Brother Logan, if you can share with us anything about that teamwork that makes the dream work as being an entrepreneur.
Well, you've got to have a team. Anyone, even the individual sports players out here, they've got a team. They've got coaches, they've got mentors.
That's right.
They're part of the team, but if they get in their particular environment, you may just see them, but there are a lot of people supporting them.
That's right.
And also, when you talk about coming back and succeeding, the only time you fail is when you fail to learn from the mistake. It's not a failure. Because had you not gone through it, you would not have learned something. And we can all learn from everything that we do. So if it doesn't work out, it's not a failure. It's a success that will become evident later on.
Great. And the thing about that I love about entrepreneurship, it allows you the freedom. I mean, the sky is the limit in entrepreneurship. You can be that person that you've been called to be. I mean, you can do what you want to be. You can set your family free. It's nothing like financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, nothing. You guys know, like financial freedom. Money is not the most important thing, but everything that's most important to you in life revolves around some finances. And so finances is very, very, very essential. And we need to the key about entrepreneurship, what I'm finding is so many people do that fear factor, false evidence appearing to be real. So many people scared to launch out into the deep, to take the chance, to take risks, to go where no man or woman has gone before, to launch out. And what do you say, what's stopping people from being that entrepreneur that they were born to be? Who would like to take that?
Well, you look at the risk factor. Being an entrepreneur, it's all about the risk of the individual who has this vision. They're willing to take this risk on. unknowing what it's going to turn out to be. But that's when you go back to having a team. Because as you move forward in these things, if it by chance doesn't work out, or you're going down a road that seems bleak, your team can help you get back on the right track, or they can assist you.
That's right. That's right. And the thing I found out about entrepreneurship, you can never fail. If you never quit, you'll win. So many people quit too fast. That's what you have to do. You have to drive yourself. But it takes some great team members, some great people to be around you. You know, that motivation and education, I mean, is great. But it's nothing like being that entrepreneur. You know, that passion. We must find that passion. What drives us? What moves us? You know, what are the things that we dream about so much? A lot of us just, for some reason, never stop dreaming. I remember Les Brown making a profound statement. He said, so many people die at 21, but they aren't buried until 65. Meaning they're walking dead. They allowed the dream to die. What do you think can help the men and women in the listening audience today? What can help them to keep their dream alive, Brother Cooper?
Well, I'd like to touch on what you talked about, the fear. And it's something you talked about earlier that you always preach about. When you have a job, you have one source of income.
Right, right.
If that rug is pulled from under you, it's attached to your key, to your house.
That's right.
To your wife, to your husband, to your kids.
That's right.
Because if you can't provide, everything else is going to fall. It's a domino effect.
That's right.
So why not go into business and have more clientele where you have more than one resource.
That's right.
Coming in.
That's
so
right.
if one fails, you have 10 or 100 or 1,000 more.
That's right.
Depending on how big your database is of your
right.
clients.
That's right.
So actually, it's your perception, how you look at it. Are you taking a risk by working for someone more, or are you taking a risk by being an entrepreneur that you was born to be?
Right.
So what's the greatest risk? It's working the 9 to 5, because that one resource leave you, you could very well have nothing.
That's right. That's right. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, he hit a great point there. You need multiple streams of income. T.D. Jakes once made a great statement. Every gift and talent the Lord blesses you with should be a stream of income. Are you utilizing your gifts? Are you utilizing your talents? Have you found your purpose, your power, your passion? Do you understand what your destiny is, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, it's time to cash in on your passion. It's time for you to step into your greatness. Be the entrepreneur that you were born to be, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have shared with you today strategies, tips, and techniques on how to survive, thrive, but keep the dream alive in these economic times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Charlie Grant. These are our co-hosts, and it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege sharing with you today, as my good friend Les Brown would have put it. We look forward to seeing you at the next show. God bless you.